So when the Bone Crunchers and Jax first started, there wasn't many guys. So I had like series 1 and 2, but it was like what, like between that 10 guys in that? Because series 2 had 2 re-releases.
A couple re-releases,
so like 10 guys.
Yeah.
So
God, that's so exciting going to the store and you don't know about new guys.
that was the best. We'll talk about that. Like when you didn't
never happen
when
again.
the internet didn't exist and you were just walking, you're like, Bad Boys series 4,
Hunter Helmsley,
right? Bad Boys.
That'll
I
never.
remember I saw Men in Black, and then I went to Toys R Us in Levittown. I got those.
That'll never happen. That no modern.
Oh no way! That was the best.
Because you
the
always
best.
know like who's coming out.
Right. This was like before anything. But anyway, I called my Fig Fed the new World Wrestling Federation. So it was like if you were like the best of the best, you were in the World Wrestling Federation, but then you came to the new World Wrestling Federation.
Wow.
And that explained why there was only so little, there was so little guys. And the president was me, Matt Cardona. And I used Danny from The Last Action Hero as my figure.
Oh my God.
Remember that? You know The Last Action Hero?
Yes.
And that Schwarzenegger movie, and the kid
I know exactly.
kind of looked
The
like
kid-
how I looked
the
at the
kid
time.
action figure.
He had like that Jonathan Taylor Thomas hairstyle, and he was shorter, and I was the president. So I was bossing around everybody.
You're a very creative mind.
Dude. And then I was playing with these figures, and my pay-per-views would be like the Saturday before the real pay-per-view, because they were in the same town.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't have the patience to space things out. Like I would just do them.
Dude. And this was when like at first like there was no accessories, so you had to use like the remote control as a steel chair or something like
I used
that.
to use a laundry, my mom's laundry basket as a like. I guess it would look more like a Hell in a Cell, but there was no Hell in a
I
Cell.
used it as a ladder kind of thing, but then when I had ladder matches, I used to hang the titles like from string, like from my ceiling.
Man, I feel like I did that.
Dude, I used to use like Crayola markers as the blood, and you could like squeeze the marker on the guy's head, and it'd be like blood, and you could wash it right off. It was washable.
I used like. I want to say it was a dry erase marker. I did things like that too, and you could wipe it off with like a wet paper towel.
But like
get some color.
One of my best stories, it was at WrestleMania. And then first of all, this was when like AOL was just coming out and all those CDs. So like I would play the theme music, of the guys, and they'd walk down the aisle.
The King of the Ring Game Boy game, and I would prop that up and play like that.
I would do. I thought I was like very professional. I'd have them like walk to the ring, and like when LOD would get in the corners to pose, I'd go up and I'd flicker the lights, like the strobe lights.
That's wild.
Like loser stuff. But anyway, it was at one of my WrestleManias. It was Kane versus X-Pac.
This is the story I know.
Inferno match.
Oh,
and for those who don't know, the way to...
Can we say, kids, please don't try this.
Don't try this at home. The way to win an Inferno match is to light your opponent on fire. And I had so many...
You're like 13, 14 doing this, right?
Probably older. And I had so many like duplicates of figures because I used to make customs back in the day.
I dabbled too, but like they were so bad.
Yeah, my customs sucked.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had like 2 Kanes, identical figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was like...
Also, Jax would, like, we kind of touched on it last week, like with Boss Man and Stone Cold. Like, sometimes they would just put out the same guy and you'd have to, like, buy a 2-pack just to get the one guy. And I had a bin of extra Jax guys even growing up, yeah.
So anyway, it was Kane versus X-Pac, and the whole time behind me, I had a Kane just, like, soaked in hairspray. Like, covered in hairspray.
This is insane.
And then when the time was right, I closed my eyes. I reached behind me. I did a switcheroo with the Canes, and X-Pac lit that match and lit Kane on fire.
Where are you right now?
In my bedroom with the with the carpet.
And like, what came of this?
Kane lost.
Well, that part I understand, but
X-Pac won.
What was the damage?
No damage. I think I might have even took out the hairspray and like sprayed it extra to get that.
And it just went up, and then it didn't stay on fire.
It stayed on fire, but like I put it right out.
Oh man. That's commitment.
Yeah. That's
what is so like recently before we officially started this, you confessed to something about wearing black gloves. Which I was like, wait, what? I don't even know how it came up, but you said that you would play with black gloves on to like almost like pretend like it wasn't you.
So when I was still in high school at this point, I was planning my last ever event, like the farewell event, so it was going to be.
You're like trying to come to terms with your playing. And
yes,
it's over.
Exactly. Because I was probably like in 11th grade at this point. And this was going to be a giant Royal Rumble with anyone who's ever been in the new World Wrestling Federation. So it was like over 30 men.
A reunion show.
And the winner would become the last ever
Do you
new
not
WWF
care
title.
about scale and stuff like anyone?
I think this was just Bone Cruncher, maybe.
Anyone bone in high school?
No, maybe Titantrons were involved too. Titantrons were involved too. Yeah, yeah.
That's like
yeah.
That's all over the place.
Right. But I think for this one, I made exceptions. I don't quite remember. I think I even used like some WCW guys in this.
I always thought like that was a cool era because like Toy Biz, ECW, and WWE Bone Cruncher were all kind of the same size.
Yeah.
It's passable. Anyway, keep going.
So anyway, I dressed in all black, like long sleeve shirt, black pants, black gloves, and I videotaped it.
Wait, didn't you make a friend videotape it or something?
My brother.
Can you find it?
I don't think so. I don't think. I'll look. Oh man! So I didn't. I thought that if I was wearing like the black gloves, that you would just like
count, like it's not you.
Like you would just see the figures. You know, like almost like a green screen, but it didn't work out that way.